Hello gentle viewers, this is Indian, welcoming you to a brief introduction video for what's going to be happening with the channel in the weeks to come. Beginning in 2 weeks, so next week will be the last week of Motorsport Manager, we're going to be playing Star Traders Frontiers, which is a game in which you run a ship and a crew, and you travel throughout the galaxy. You interact with various factions, you make decisions whether you want to be fighty, spy-y, tradey. I should note right away, you cannot actually trade stars, which is a bit of a disappointment. I mean, it's right there in the name, but you can't like buy a brown dwarf and trade it for like a white dwarf, which is a little disappointing, but maybe it'll be DLC later on. I don't know. The other new game coming to the channel is going to be a few weeks off yet, but I'm going to start playing it now because I've already finished with This Is the Police. So we're going to be playing This Is the Police 2, as I make the 2 gesture that you can't actually see because you can't see my fingers, which is, on the one hand, a continuation from the first game, but on the other hand, features some turn-based elements. So it should be a lot of fun to play. Same storyline, not the same storyline, that would be boring, but some of the same characters, same type of writing, difficult moral choices, etc., etc. So that's the 2 changes to the channel. The one thing that's going to remain constant for now is Out of the Park Baseball 19. But I did have a bit of an idea, and I'm curious to see what people think. So when I did the poll for Star Traders, other games were getting some support too, namely XCOM and Beholder. Beholder is an easy game to just slide in at some point. Like, we finished This Is the Police or Star Traders Frontiers early, we'll just go on to Beholder until something we really want to play comes out, like Man the Guns for Hearts of Iron 4. Or the Stellaris Le Guin update, which sounds really amazing and I'm super excited about. XCOM is another kettle of fish. And that's why I propose something to you, and I'm curious to hear what you people think in the comments about what we should do next. At a certain point, I will probably get tired of playing Out of the Park Baseball 19 again. And Out of the Park Baseball 2020, or just 20 maybe, will not be coming out until around spring training next year. Would people like to see me play XCOM once a week in the Out of the Park Baseball 19 slot? If people come into the channel, typically it's the most popular video on the channel. It would be a bit of a risk. But if people are starting to get burned out on baseball, or if I get burned out on baseball, I'm really curious to see if people would like to see a full campaign playthrough of XCOM once a week in the current slot occupied by OOTP 19. Purely a thought. I'm curious to see what people think. Please share them in the comments down below. But for the present, in 1 week we'll be beginning with Star Traders Frontiers. A couple of weeks after that we'll be starting This Is the Police 2. And then maybe down the road we'll talk about what to do after OOTP 19 reaches its logical conclusion. I think that covers all the announcements, so that only leaves me to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel if you have. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. It's a great way to find out what's happening next on the channel. You won't miss any videos. It's good stuff. Click on the little bell icon if you haven't. That'll make sure you get notifications when I post new videos. Although I do just post a new video 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, at 8 a.m. Central Time. Central United States Time, because I live in Texas. So, you can also just, I don't know, make a Google Calendar alarm. Train a beloved pet to wake you up at exactly that time every day. I cannot condone watching these videos at work. So you do run some risk there. But if you happen to take an early coffee break, maybe you want to enjoy a pastry with one of my videos, I certainly wouldn't object. Like this video and other videos on the channel if you enjoy them. It's always good for me to see likes and comments because it tells me what people like and what people are just kind of like, on. And I think that just about covers it. So, until next time, this has been Avindian, and I bid you good day.